And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. We've got the American League Championship Series on the show. It's the Baltimore Orioles taking on the Seattle Mariners. John Shambi alongside Chris Singleton. It's been a heck of a series so far, Singy, and you have to figure that will only continue here in Game 6.
You never want to be down 3-2, but we've seen plenty of teams come back from that, especially when they're playing the last two at home. So it's not an ideal scenario, but playing in your own stadium with your fans behind you probably makes it a little more doable.
And on the flip side, you really don't want to let this go to a Game 7. When the crowd's even more fired up, the momentum's against you. They're looking to finish this thing today. First pitch coming your way next. So almost ready to get underway. Our starter in this one, George Kirby.
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, he's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming on the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
Here's Adley Rutschman. That catches the top part of the zone, and we're underway here in Game 6. 0-1 down. And that drops in for a strike.
Oh, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. Even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, he's not worried if he gets to an 0-2 count.
In the air, left field, Arozarena makes the catch. 1 up, 1 down. Time now to take a look at the Orioles lineup put together by manager Brandon Hyde. And it's clear the most important job they have today is getting to the starting pitcher early and often.
No doubt about that. That's the best way to disrupt a game. But can they do it? Certainly something for us to pay attention to in this one, partner.
Here's Tyler O'Neill. O'Neill, a multi-Gold Glove Award winner, 29 years old, and he was a 3rd-round pick back in 2013.
It's so hard to slow yourself down when you see that juicy breaking ball, but the most success happens when you try to take that right back up the middle approach.
Kicks and fires. Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. Catcher has it, fires to first. Out. 2 away now after the drop 3rd strike.
You know, Boog, you often think of sliders more for that horizontal movement, but most of the good ones have both vertical depth and that horizontal movement, and that's what we saw right there. Good drop on the break and got him to swing over the top.
Gunnar Henderson in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. Two out, space is empty. And that's outside.
Ball, 1 strike.
That one the other way, and that's just foul.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Base hit, center field. So he gets on base and keeps it going. That ball was absolutely ripped. 111 off the bat. And I'm pretty sure it started to whistle after it left the bat.
I think I heard that too, Boog. And these are the moments we appreciate when we can look at StatCast and just see exactly what the data is. Always so much fun to see what numbers pop up.
Runner on the go. Pitch in for a strike. And safe.
He's in there. Safe.
It's a stolen base. Chris, his wheels were the difference maker on that play. Just got in there.
Yeah, with StatCast's help, we see his top speed on this stolen base, and that's a big number. I mean, man, he really made his athleticism work for him on that one.
Man on second, 2 down. In the air, right side. He makes the grab, and that's the third out. And the Orioles leave one. So now the Mariners offense gets to go to work for the first time. We've got no score. You're watching the American League Championship Series on the show. Back at T-Mobile Park. And today's starting pitcher, Grayson Rodriguez. How about a report on him, Chris?
He's a dominant pitcher, but he can get a little too relaxed second and third time through the order and miss his spots. That's where we see him get touched up. If he maintains the same intensity that he has in the first inning and the second inning, I think we'll see him hand the ball over to his closer.
Here's Victor Robles. That clips the corner. And that one fouled off. Swings and misses. Went back to the fastball, and it was effective.
Just overmatched on that fastball right there, and it wasn't like he was set up for it by something off speed earlier in the at-bat. Just came right after him with 3 straight, and he had no answer for it.
And up next for Seattle, Ryan Bliss. That's off the inside corner. Ball 1. One out, base is empty. Missed with a changeup. 2-0. And that one just missed off the outside edge. Next offering in there for a strike. 3-1. Out to short. Slings it across. Here tonight, an efficient start to the home first, 2 away. And now we check out the Mariners lineup. And with their ace on the mound today, they're just looking to provide him a little bit of run support, and they'll see what they can do for him.
Boog, you have to be really careful when you've got a guy like this on the mound for you to not become a spectator. You know that he doesn't give up a whole lot, but sometimes guys get a little too comfortable and don't have an urgency to score runs. You have to make sure you put him in a situation where he can get the W, but also you guys can cruise to the finish line and not have to worry about a comeback in the end.
Swing and a miss.
Well, he looks to have some quality stuff on the hill today. Start this outing out. Pepper in the zone. Arm is loose and firing him in there.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 3 up, 3 down. Inning over. Mariners go down quietly there. Scoreless after 1. We're in the 6th game of this American League Championship Series. And now the right fielder, Colton Cowser. Right down the chute, 0-1.
Goodness, I think he just took the best pitch he's going to see in this at-bat. You don't get many like that in that location. I don't know if you take that pitch against any pitcher out there on the mound.
Here comes the 0-1. Fastball for a strike.
I understand you want to try to gauge that guy's fastball, but you also have to be aggressive and ready to hit in your zone. Now you're in a tough spot.
Got a good eye there.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Fights it off. You'll see another.
One wonderful thing about the postseason, you never know who's going to be the hero. It could be the superstar, but often it's a far more unlikely player.
And a swing and a miss. And now 1 away. Chris, as we look back at the pitch sequence, he hadn't seen that curveball at all. How tough is it to adjust to something like that with a bunch and break when you haven't had a look at it yet?
Yeah, I mean, you're dialed up for something firm. You never want to take a called third strike as a fastball, so you're going to be a little anxious before you recognize the pitch. And right there, clearly didn't see what was coming.
And here is Cedric Mullins.
0-1's the count.
No score here in the second. Next offering in there for a strike. And that is strike 2.
0-2's the count.
To the right side, and that chance handled. On the run, sends it over to first, and they get the out. Two down, bases empty, and stepping in is the speedy Jordan Westburg. You know, one unlikely postseason hero I saw up close, Alex Gonzalez of the Marlins in the 2003 World Series. Wasn't really known for his bat, but he hit a walk-off homer in extra innings in Game 4. It tied the series and was a huge momentum swing. Outside, and a count 2-1. And that one is in for a strike. Good pitch.
I mean, that's perfect location, right on the black. I mean, over and over again, this guy demonstrates the ability to hit those spots. They're so tough to do anything with as a hitter.
Throw to first, in time. So the drop third strike doesn't hurt him, and that's that. Nothing across here this half. Down to the bottom of the second. We're tied, 0-0. Back in Seattle, we head to the bottom of the second, and now it's the cleanup hitter for the Mariners, Cal Raleigh. Raleigh went deep twice in his last game. High fly ball down the left field line. O'Neill sizes this one up, makes the catch, and there's one gone.
Woo! He was all over that first pitch fastball, just barely missed it. Man, this guy was ready to hit.
Luke Raley digs in now. Smoked on the ground a second. Sends it to first, and they got him.
That is good. The left fielder,
Randy Arozarena up next for the Mariners.
Fell off to a great start. He's really cruising out there on the mound. He's got a chance to get through these first 2 innings with under 20 pitches. That could set him up to go deep into this game.
Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. And the Mariners have the lead. It's 1-0.
Randy Arozarena could probably run the bases blindfolded with the amount of home runs he hits. That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
Here's Rowdy Tellez. Fastball for a strike. Tellez with some nice production in his last game. 4 runs batted in.
I was really impressed with how he came through for the team in that last game, Boog. The all-time leader in 4 RBI games, Lou Gehrig with 101. I'm just a little further down the list, Boog, with 4.
Now this is in the air down the line. O'Neill. He's got it. And that is out number 3. 1 scores in the inning coming on this solo home run. It's an early 1-0 lead. Top half of the third inning. Here's Ryan Mountcastle.
Ryan Mountcastle.
Kirby back to work. There's a strike. That clips the zone. 0-2 now.
0-2.
Swing and a ball popped up. Hauls it in, and there's one away.
Good hard fastball up in the zone right there. They look really good coming in, but so hard to get on top of as a hitter.
Here's the second baseman, Jorge Mateo. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Now, this guy is just filling up the strike zone right now. Don't want to get yourself in an 0-2 hole. You better be ready to pull the trigger on the first pitch.
Popped up. He's got it, and there's 2 away.
That was a good hard fastball with some nice ride up in the zone right there. Hitter looked like he was on it, but I think that velocity at the end just beat him. Instead of a line drive or something hit deep, it's a pop up and an easy out for the defense.
Ripped, but it curls foul. Two down, nobody on. Swing and a ball lifted in the air right field. He just missed it. Robles makes the catch, and that'll do it. 3 up, 3 down for him there. We head down to the home half of inning number 3. It's the Mariners 1 and the Orioles 0. And welcome back to the ballpark as we go to the last of the third. And stepping in for the Mariners, Austin Shenton. Up the middle. That one's sizzling on its way through to the outfield. So a man on base to start the inning. And now for Seattle, Jorge Polanco. In the air, right field. Kowser has this one sized up. Puts it away for the out. And there's one away.
Maybe caught that one off the end just a little bit. Couldn't quite barrel it up enough to really drive it.
Next to hit, Victor Robles. In there at the knees, 0-1.
Good approach right there. You want to get something just a little higher that you can elevate. Stay out of that double play.
Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
Ooh, Baya. You got to remember to take the donut off the bat, partner.
That just misses, and the count is 1-2.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, hit a broken back as you jog back to the dugout.
Dives, but it falls. And now it looks like extra bases. Lead runner holds at third. So 2 runners in scoring position and just 1 out.
Really nice job of 2-strike hitting in that at bat. Man, that feels so good to shoot an absolute bolt the opposite way. Split the gap and know that you've got extra bases right off the bat. That's the kind of thing hitters dream about when they're falling asleep at night.
So 2 in scoring position with 1 out. Ryan Bliss will hit next. And that one is in for a strike. second and third, one away. We're here in Game 6 of the American League Championship Series.
That's the ball.
The shortstop takes the ball. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
Clearly he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
And a ball and 2 strikes. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Fights that one away. Still 1 and 2.
Ball, that's upstairs.
In this situation, he's trying to get you to pop something up or jam you. It's a really good take, knowing you got an opportunity to drive in a run here.
Outside with a breaking ball.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
Back to work, 3-2 now. Ripped to right, base hit. 1 run across. Throw comes in and holds the runner at third. They're at the corners now with still only 1 away.
Comes through with the RBI. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
2 on, 1 out. Julio Rodriguez. Base hit and a run in to score.
Back-to-back singles. Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that.
First and second, 1 out. At the plate, Cal Raleigh. Hammered down the line. Could be extra bases. Bliss around third. 1 run is in. Not in time. He's safe. And the lead is up to 5.
Gets the job done as he brings home a pair. Kind of a risky pitch coming inside with the breaking ball like that. You have to bury it. Otherwise, it's not too difficult to get the bat to it like he did that time.
One out. Runner at second. Next is the speedy first baseman, Luke Raley. That one finds the corner. It's 0-1.
Well, they've been able to score 4 runs off of him in this inning, and this is where you want to just max out. Get as much as you can. Give him one of those tough innings where it's going to be hard for him to recover in the next one.
Next one misses. 1-1.
Clearly, he hasn't had it in this game, and looks like sooner than later, they're going to have to go to the bullpen.
Man at second. Now one missed.
Damn.
And it's fouled away. And down on strikes. That K is his 3rd of the game.
Wow, that's a tough call for the hitter, but the pitcher will take that all day long. Not quite in the strike zone, but he found a spot that the umpire is going to, at least for now, allow him to get that call. So hitters are going to have to make an adjustment, but pitchers are going to learn from those things and really try to exploit them if they can.
Rosarena, the next to hit, takes ball 1. In the dirt.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Raleigh at second with 2 down. That misses the zone. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. Inning ends, and that stops the bleeding. So it's 4 runs, 5 hits, no errors, and 1 left. We're through 3 here in game number 6. It's the M's 5 and the Orioles nothing. And we're back. Here's the left fielder, Tyler O'Neill. That clips a corner.
You know, these Orioles, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches.
Swing and a ball hammered left field. And that one hops the wall. Now he turns and heads for second. Not in time. That's a leadoff double.
All over that one right there. That was one of those swings that feels like you're swinging an aluminum bat. It jumped off so hard, squared it up, and it went screaming at 108 miles per hour.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Gunnar Henderson, the next to hit for the Orioles. And first offering is fouled off.
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
And that's fouled off. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Oh, and 2 now. Ball one there.
Well, here's a good opportunity in this inning to get on the scoreboard after that leadoff hit, and hardly order coming up right behind them. This is where they need to get going.
And that one is lifted in the air. Rodriguez sizing this one up. And he makes the catch. Runner tags at second. He makes it to third. Good base running to move up with only 1 out. Next is the designated hitter, Ahmed Rosario. He's 0 for 1.
You have to stay disciplined in these at-bats. Try not to chase. A strikeout here is the last thing you want.
And a foul ball. Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. Pulls up, and that's in there for a knock. The run scores from third, and it's an RBI single. It's 5-1. 1 gone, runner at first. Now here is Colton Cowser. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. Rosario on the move. Pitch in for a strike. And that's a stolen base. Not even close. Man at second. Hit hard but foul off to the left. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Slings to first, 2 down. And the runner stays where he is. Now a chance for Cedric Mullins. Grounded out his first time. Well struck right field. That's down. 1 hops off the wall. Runner from second crosses the plate. And he's there with a double.
Well done. Narrows the deficit with the RBI there. He hit that ball really well to deep right field right there. Got a pitch to drive and just stayed through it nicely. Didn't quite have the trajectory to clear the fence, but you're always happy with an extra base hit.
So runner at second, 2 down. Jordan Westburg, the next to hit for the Orioles. Fouled off left side. Mullins stands at second with 2 gone. Line to left. Rosarena makes the grab. And that is that. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. We're midway in the 4th. It's the M's 5 and the Orioles 2. Back at T-Mobile Park, John Chambi and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the fourth, Rowdy Tellez. On the ground, right side, Mateo. Fires over to first. Leadoff hitter retired in the fourth.
Now batting, third baseman, Austin.
So up next, Austin Shenton. Singled and scored his first time. Shenton, 27 years old, and they went out and made a trade for him last season. And a foul ball. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Ripped to short. Henderson over to first in time. Already two gone here in the home fourth.
Second baseman,
And now Jorge Polanco. A little out front there as he swings through it.
0-1.
And a seed into center. That's a base hit. So now back to the top of the order.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride and load out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee.
Robles stands in now and watches strike one. That one off the mark, and the count is 1-1. Went too far that time. It's 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field, and that will end the inning. Mariners lead 1, and it remains 5-2. We're in the 6th game of this American League Championship Series. And into the box for Baltimore, Ryan Mountcastle. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95.
You know, these Orioles, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. We've already seen 8 line drives from them, and it's always a good sign when the ball is jumping off your bat. And that's what this offense has been doing so far today.
So next to hit for Baltimore, Jorge Mateo. Drops a bunt down the first base side. Rayleigh in there safely.
Sometimes you can get a little too aggressive trying to cut off that lead run and try to make something happen that really isn't there. Got to take that sure out at first base. Not sure what happened right there in terms of communication.
So back to the top of the Orioles lineup. Adley Rutschman, the next to hit for the Orioles. Swinging a foul straight back. Oh, 1 now. Check swing, called strike.
0-2 is the count.
Foul ball, still 0-2. fouled off, and they'll do it again. Ripped right field. That's back there. That one way back, and it's gone. That's his 4th home run of the series. It's 5-5. That was blasted.
Absolutely, no doubt off the bat. A breaking ball on the inside part of the plate requires a hitter to stay really square with his mechanics. If you fly open with the front shoulder, there's no way you keep that ball fair. An outstanding job mechanically. He deserves that home run.
Now it's going to be Tyler O'Neill. Bounding ball here, rolls foul.
It can be tough to bounce back after a big home run, but nobody on, nobody out. You just have to treat it as a fresh inning.
Nobody out with 3 runs in already this frame. We're here in Game 6 of the American League Championship Series. Gets under and pops it up. Polanco. And there's one down.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
So digging in, Gunnar Henderson, 1 for 2. Fouled off. He was late. Still only 1 out here in the inning. Got him looking. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill.
Well, I think that's a case of overthinking right there. He got 3 straight fastballs looking in the 0-2 count just to pour it back.
Now at the plate, Ahmed Rosario. That's in there. That's strike 1. Swing and a ground ball, and it gets by him. Colton Cowser, the next to hit for the Orioles. 0 for 2 in this one. Pickoff move to first. Rosario dives back in. Runner on the move. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. Two outs. Runner goes again. Rocketed out towards right center, and there's a base hit. Lead runner to second with 2 gone.
2 consecutive base hits for this team. That's a good sound coming off the bat, man. And as he connected out front and whipped it into the outfield, that's one of those swings where you just don't even feel the ball hit the barrel. That's a pure stroke. A chance now to take the lead, and at this point in the game, that could be a deciding run.
And here comes the Mariners manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. George Kirby gives way, and he's not going to be happy with himself. New pitcher on the mound in a moment. On the mound now, Colin Snyder.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of them. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
Cedric Mullins. The next to hit for the Orioles.
RBI knock for him last time. Now a chance to drive in another run.
And that one fouled off. Two outs. Couple of base runners at first and second. Tap foul at the plate.
Very dominant with that fastball inside. Hitter's going to be conscious of that. Now you have the outer half of the plate to work with out there on the mound.
That one way inside.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Swing and a miss, and that is that. But the biggest swing of the inning comes right here, a 3-run homer. All even at 5 apiece. This is the American League Championship Series on the show. Back in Seattle, the batter will be the shortstop, Ryan Bliss.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
Now he breaks his bat. Whips it to Mountcastle. And the leadoff hitter retired in the 5th.
Got to feel pretty good for the pitcher. Absolutely sawed him off. Bat explodes. And then he makes an easy play on it. Pretty satisfying if you're out there on the ball.
So up next, Julio Rodriguez. First pitch doesn't find the zone. On the ground right side. And that one handled. Rodriguez out of the play.
Now batting, the pitcher.
Cal Raleigh, the next to hit. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. 2 down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5. Swing and a ball popped in the air. Mateo has a beat on it. That is the inning. Mariners are down in order. And this remains a 5-5 ball game. And welcome back to the ballpark. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. Leading off, Jordan Westberg. That misses the zone. Ball 1. Some activity in the Mariners bullpen. Andres Munoz up and loosening in the pen. Spire warming up as well. Next pitch inside. Now 2-0. And there's a ball. It's a leadoff walk, and that's the go-ahead run.
Oh, that's a really dangerous base runner to put on first, especially in a tie game. Now there might be some consequences coming from that mistake.
Go-ahead run on base. Ryan Mountcastle getting ready to hit. Here comes the pitch. Runner breaks for second, and a sac bunt here. Raley. He steps on the bag, out on a bang-bang play, but he made it close.
That's a good piece of hitting right there. The job was to move the runner up and give your team a chance to score the go-ahead run. That's exactly what happened, so you better believe your teammates are happy with you after that at-bat.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. And next for the Orioles, Jorge Mateo. He was late there, strike one.
Well, a come-and-get-me fastball right there. He didn't look ready for the velocity. I think it'd be a mistake to throw him anything off speed right here.
That one is absolutely belted. That's back there. Pulls it in on the warning track. Runner tags and goes to third. Adley Rutschman, the next to hit for the Orioles. He's already homered here in this one. This one in the air, center field. And that's the third out. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and one man left. We go to the bottom half of inning number 6, and the 5, 6, 7 slots due up. We're all tied up 5-5. Bottom of the 6th, and stepping in for the Mariners, Luke Raley.
You know, this guy's great speed is in the back of that pitcher's mind. If he can get on, it's going to give him one more thing he's got to think about.
Rodriguez back to work. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. And that one a little below the knees, and that's ball one. And there's a ball.
Oh, that's just out.
Down front, pulls that one foul. Now it's 3-2. That one is hammered right field. That's back. And it's gone. Home run. And they slide in front in the 6th. It's 6-5.
Maybe he's starting to break out of this mini slump. That's the type of swing that makes you think good things are coming his way. I wasn't sure he hit that one as hard as he needed to get it out of here, but it had just enough behind it for the homer. What an attempt at the wall, though. He really gave a terrific effort to try and bring that one back.
And up next for Seattle, Randy Arozarena. And that one hammered. That's back there. Gone. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they add a run. It's 7-5.
Sitting first pitch fastball, and that's what he delivered. He guessed right, squared it up, and he made it look way too easy. Back-to-back jacks, and this club is fired up right now, Boog. I mean, this is the kind of thing where you really start to notice hitters in a lineup feeding off each other, and the collective confidence just continues to grow.
Now it's the Mariners DH, Rowdy Tellez. And that's off the inside edge. And that is ball one.
Well, these Mariners, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. They have 5 extra base hits on the stat sheet so far, and that tells me they're seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well.
Check swing, no appeal, and now 2-0.
With all those extra base hits, it's easy to think we're going to see that trend continue the rest of the game. They seem to be really locked in at the plate.
Next pitch in for a strike, and it's 2-1 now. Hard hit, right side. On to first, and that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer. Here's the third baseman, Austin Shenton. And first offering is fouled off. Swing and a miss as he was late.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
0-2.
Bounce to third. Tosses across to first. Now 2 out.
Number 7, second baseman, Jorge.
2 outs, base is empty. Jorge Polanco up next for the Mariners. That one's in there. 0-1. Base is empty, 2 away, but 2 runs are in here in the bottom of the 6th. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. Back to the top of the lineup, Victor Robles up next for the Mariners. 1 for 3. Fastball in the inside corner for a strike. Polanco off of first with 2 away. And a breaking ball misses outside.
Well, the good thing so far is that he hasn't issued any free passes. Unfortunately, they're making pretty good contact. So not getting the swings and misses and making that defense work behind him.
Late on that fastball.
Well, you got to find a way to catch up to that pitch. Perhaps shorten the swing, eliminate the stride. That one came in hot, but right down the middle, you're saying to yourself, how did I miss that pitch? Got to make a quick adjustment.
Over to first. That ends the inning. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working, and it's 7-5. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Andres Munoz.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect the tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
And into the box for Baltimore, Tyler O'Neill. That misses, and it's 1-0.
The guy at the plate could recognize slider out of the hand. Didn't stay in the tunnel very long in terms of depth and perception. He knew right away it was an off-speed pitch.
And that's in for a strike.
He must have been looking for something else because he gave up on that pitch a little early. It was right down Main Street. Probably not going to see a better pitch to hit in this at-bat.
Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Hit in the air, center field. Rodriguez settles under it. Makes the catch for the out. So next to hit for Baltimore, Gunnar Henderson.
Went down looking on 3 pitches last time. Let's see if he can be a little more aggressive right here.
Line drive, base hit. And the postseason success continues for him.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
And next is the designated hitter, Ahmed Rosario. Here goes the runner. And fouled off. With the tying run at the plate late here in Game 6. Runner on the go again. Cut on and miss. Throw. Save. Swing and a miss. That's his strikeout. Went back to the slider, and it was a good idea.
Well, that pitch wasn't even close to being a strike, and that just goes to show you how defensive hitters can become when they're up against an 0-2 count. You're just hoping for a mistake somewhere near the zone that you can get the bat to, but right there, he was clearly anxious. He was swinging when the ball left the hand.
And here comes the Mariners manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Andres Munoz won't go any further. 2-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher. So they turn to the lefty in this spot, Gabe Spire.
Pretty big spot he's coming into, trying to strand that runner at second base. So he's going to need to make some quality pitches. He does have first open if he needs to use it.
And next for the Orioles, Colton Cowser. Outside low, ball 1.
1-0.
Just missed. If he's able to connect on that, look out.
And that's down and away.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Here's the pitch. Runner on the move. Swing and a miss. Throw to third. He's safe. And now he's up to 3 stolen bases in the game. Swing and a high fly ball down the right field line. And that's the 3rd out. 1 left for the Orioles. They're down 2, 7-5. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary.
The shortstop, Ryan.
That one down the line, and foul ball. Well, he's back out there to begin the 7th. That surprised you at all, Chris?
Yeah, a little bit. It was a little rough 6th inning there.
Fair ball. Around first and hustling for second. In safely. It's a double and his 2nd hit.
Pretty tough for the infielders to do anything with that one. He pulled it hard into the outfield, and even when you keep it on the ground, it feels great when you hit a missile like that.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Now the Orioles manager is out of the dugout, and he'll make a move to the pen. Coming on for the Orioles, Tyler Wells.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Fastball for a strike.
Well, now that this is a bullpen game, it's clear that whichever bullpen steps up the most is likely going to come away with the W.
Runner in scoring position, nobody out. We're here in Game 6 of the American League Championship Series. Now fly ball to right center. Mullins makes the play. Runner tags at second, and the throw's offline, safe at third.
Now batting, catcher,
So now it's the 4-hole hitter, Cal Raleigh.
The goal is to give your teammate a chance to score from third. There's a few ways he can get it done, but his best chance is to drive one in the air. Look for the right pitch up and then smoke it.
Popped up left side. He makes the catch, and there's 2 down. Now, Luke Raley. He had a big swing back in the 6th. The solo shot that figures into this game in a pretty big way right now.
Yeah, that was a big swing of the bat, and he's going to be looking for more, trying to add on to this lead right here.
Breaking ball misses down and away.
But with both starters out of this ball game, it now becomes a battle of the bullpens and just seeing which manager can match up better and who's able to get to the finish line.
1 ball, 1 strike.
2 outs. That's a base hit as a run scores. Throws to second. And he's out.
He's out.
Cut down, and that ends the inning. 1 run on 2 hits. No errors and no one left. We look ahead to inning number 8. It's the Mariners 8 and the Orioles 5. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Edwin Uceta. And now Cedric Mullins. Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. Out towards right center field. Rodriguez sizes this one up, and a quick out, number 1. So digging in, Jordan Westburg. And first offering is fouled off. 1 down, base is empty. Rip to third. Zips it to first, and 2 away now.
Couple of pitches and a quick out.
2 down, base is empty. And into the box for Baltimore, Ryan Mountcastle.
Got to keep things airtight defensively right here. On your toes, ready to make a play. If you can get this to the 9th with a 3-run lead, it should be a W.
Swings through that one out in front that time. Lifted in the air, out to left. Makes the grab, and that's the inning. And we're back onto the bottom of the 8th. And now for Seattle, Randy Arozarena. And that one is in the dirt. 1-0. That clips the corner. On the ground, and it goes just foul. Swing and a high fly ball in the air left field. That's back there. Leaping, and it's gone. And he's gone yard again. That's his 3rd home home run of the game. And they tack on to their lead. It's 9-5. Singy, the ball is jumping off his bat.
Yes, it is. Tons of loud contact. Man, it's been impressive. Man, he just barely got that one out of here, and you've got to love the effort and left to try and bring it back. He had a good shot at it, just couldn't quite pull it off. It would have been a stunner if he did.
So now the DH spot, Rowdy Tellez. There's a strike. Yo, one. Whacked out to center field. That's well struck. That's back. Out of here. A soaring shot to center. His second homer this series, and they boost their lead. It's 10-5. And their 5th home run of the game.
Some things in this sport are contagious, Boog, and right now for this team, clearly it's the long ball. Does an excellent job of getting his arms extended to get the fat part of the bat to the baseball. Wrists do not roll over. They stay through the zone and on plane. Excellent swing.
Austin Shenton up next for the Mariners. That misses, and that's ball one.
Ball one, no strike.
Nobody out with a pair of runs across in the frame here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. And it's through for a hit.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
Man at first, Jorge Polanco now at the plate. Out towards right center. That's well struck. That one's deep. And it hits the fence. Throw comes in. Runner stopped. Second and third. Nobody out.
Now, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Absolutely blasted that one into the gap, but just didn't have quite enough to clear the wall out there. Maybe a little more elevation under it and it carries over, but that's a swing you'll be happy with every time.
So back to the top of the order. Victor Robles up next for the Mariners. Swing and a ball lifted left field. Drops into the glove. Both runners tagging from second and third. And he's in there as he tests the arm in left. One away on the flyout.
No, that's the 3rd run of the inning, and this team is doing a nice job of executing at the plate right now.
Ryan Bliss digs in now.
This is when your ability to handle pressure comes into play. You have to stay calm and focused in the box. It's much easier said than done, especially when you're playing in the postseason.
Ball two.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Polanco comes in to score. It's an RBI single, and they're pulling away up by 7 now. So, man aboard, Julio Rodriguez up next for the Mariners. Hit on the ground, might be 2. Mountcastle tossed to second, over to first, but it's offline.
Well, they had the chance of turning 2 right there, but I don't think he got a good grip on the ball as he tried to transfer from glove to throwing hand. They say you can't assume a double play. I beg to differ at the big league level, but it's going to be ruled as a fielder's choice.
And now it's going to be Cal Raleigh, and that one is inside. Rodriguez, the runner at first with 2 gone. On the ground, out to short. To first, inning over, although plenty of damage done. But 2 round trippers in this inning, the long ball was working. Last chance coming up for the Orioles. We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Gregory Santos.
Compared to some days, this is a pretty low leverage appearance for him, so he should be fairly free and easy out there. Still have to keep yourself sharp and attack the strike zone.
And now here is Jorge Mateo. 0 for 3 in this one. Outside low. And that is ball one. Activity in the bullpen. Matt Brash, the young right-hander, up and throwing. Pomerantz, a left-hander, also throwing. Misses off the inside. And that's ball 2. And that's in there for a strike. Little slider that finds the mark.
Big at bat right here. He did the team thing, took until he got a strike. Now he's got to go to work, shorten up that swing a little bit, do whatever it takes to get on base.
Line drive. Arozarena makes the grab, and there's one down. Here's the Orioles leadoff hitter, Adley Rutschman. He's already homered in this game. That one fouled off. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Out there to center. That one gets down for a hit.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough.
Bliss over to Polanco. They get one. And that's a double play to end it.
A little sigh of relief for the pitcher there, ending the ball game with a nice double play. You always love when you can get 2 for 1, especially when it wraps up the ball game. Nice win for this team today.
$12-5 is your final. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.